Welcome back, vintage gamers, to a vintage challenge. I have seen some rumblings in prelims and leagues in the Discord about Death's Shadow, and I decided we'll take it out for a spin today. There's also a lot of talk happening in Legacy right now about Death's Shadow, maybe as a counter to the current 2-deck metagame over there. I'm a little worried about, solituding Death Shadows, but Snuff Out is supposed to be quite good against Mono White Initiative, so that's exciting. Upgrades from Legacy that you get in Vintage, obviously you get Moxen, you get Strip Mine. Deathray Shaman is a really nice one. It just helps you play this, tempo-oriented disruption game. I like to play Deathray Shaman in lists that play Wasteland and Strip Mine, as it really lets you go like turn 1 Deathray Shaman, then you can Wasteland and still make a play on turn 2. We have some interesting 2-drops to facilitate a Luris game plan. Notably, the card you lose when you play Luris is Street Wraith. But Luris is quite good with Death Shadow, Deathray Shaman, looping Dolthy Voidwalkers and Baleful Strix, and also Dress Down. Dress Down also, besides just being one of my favorite cards of all time and being one of the best cards they printed in the last 5 years, also quite good with Death Shadow, as it's just going to turn it into a 13/13. I'm on the full 6 forces. The metagame is still fairly combo oriented, and I think the 6 force setup looks pretty well. We're going to try out 2 Fluster, 3 Thoughtseize today. There's a lot of debate on whether Thoughtseizes and Dazes and those kind of disruptive spells are supposed to be in the vintage version of this deck. I don't have an answer for you. I just decided to go with this version. Chat has already noted that I am playing Cruise and not Dig. I do think that cards like Dig and Gush don't exactly fit in my Swamp version of this deck. You could definitely build this deck to have more blue sources and be able to play Gush and Dig, but I think Cruise makes more sense in this kind of fair tempo deck. I did up the sideboard to have 2 Null Rods. I think this is one of the better Null Rod decks in the format. So I definitely want to have access to Null Rods. Null Rods are quite good right now against the variety of artifact-based combo decks. I do like Jailers in these kind of decks. Nice recursive threat anti-graveyard card with Luris. And then I'm adding a bunch more removal, anti-combo, anti-artifact, and anti-graveyard shenanigans. So should be a fun game. Fun series of games. Fun series of matches. Fun tournament. And it's happening right now. Let's go. If you'd like to see your deck played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. Let's battle. All right, round 1 against MTG Grinder, Nammer Squats. Nam is triple queuing the Modern Challenge, the Legacy Challenge, and the Vintage Challenge right now, so we'll see how fast this goes. I have a Luris. It's a cat. His hand... I should also note that Nammer has been mostly playing mono white recently, even though previously they were more of a Hogak player. This hand is not really going to cut it, as it doesn't cast spells. This hand does cast spells, but is like a little on the bad side. But I think it's probably just to keep. I'm going to bottom the Flusterstorm, and under the assumption my opponent is on Bazaar or mono white. Yeah, so this is a Luris Deathray Shaman deck that is also playing Death Shadow, so Shock Lands, Snuff Outs, that kind of thing, Thoughtseizes. All right, here's a Lotus Petal. Here's Cavern Human, I assume, and then Athalia. Okay. So... My opponent is very unlikely to follow up with anything other than, land go. They could have Ancient Tomb Anointed Peacekeeper. I kind of like the idea of deploying my mana. So I kind of like the idea of like fetching Underground Sea. Maybe I just fetch Watery Grave and play a Jet. I'm like a little worried about like later follow-up Archon, so I think I'm going to hold the Swamp. Even if I can get Wastelanded, I don't think that's a big deal if I get Wastelanded. No, I don't think I want to strip mine here. I don't think Cavern on Human is a big deal. I think Cavern on Human is one of their worst lands. So I'm going to take some damage to get closer to Death Shadow range and just get this Jet in play. Like, if my opponent goes Plains Go, I would really like to strip mine Plains. Or even Ancient Tomb. I just don't think I care that much about Human, unless the only like thing I'm worried about off of Human here is Ancient Tomb, Ancient Tomb Anointed Processor, or Anointed thing. All right, I think I'm going to do this one more time, and this time I'm going to play this Preordain. I don't really care about forcing anything right now. I guess I could theoretically just play a Death Shadow. I don't really like that. I kind of want to cast this Preordain. All right. I'm just going to keep this blue card for next turn, because I think my next turn is going to be Death Shadow plus Strip Mine. I want them to hit me one more time to make this a 3-3. But I think my next turn is going to be Death Shadow plus Strip Mine. Sure. 3 life, so they have another 2-drop. Maybe it's a Spirit then. Oh, they have... Wow. Pay 1 mana for Mana Crypt. That's unfortunate. So now they can follow up with an initiative creature. Mana Crypt is like the only one of their things. I guess Lotus would do a similar thing. But... yeah, I can't do much about the light, unfortunately. It's coming through the blind. Yeah, so I am just going to deploy my 3-3. Unfortunately, I really don't have great follow-ups. I'm just gonna strip mine the Cavern. Now I like be worried about Seasoned Dungeoneer. I do have Force for a Solitude, which is important. And if I take any damage here, I have like pretty reasonable attack back and maybe steal initiative, even though I can't get anything from the initiative. I'm like in a big bit of trouble, unfortunately, because of this Mana Crypt. But at least I'm blocking Thalia, and I think that's fine. Archon. Yeah, maybe I just died a trap. There's really not much I could have done here. I could have held Force up in case they drew exactly Mana Crypt, which is kind of ridiculous. Maybe I do just have to chump with Shadow this turn. It just puts me so far behind. If my opponent attacks all, I could draw Dress Down. I don't think that's good for me. My thing is I'm not gonna lose 2 life. I'm only losing 1 life. I do think I have to force this, but what am I missing here? Why do you think I can block? Why do you think this trades? They're never attacking with Thalia here. That's not good for me. I can't take this damage because I'll lose to trap. I'm so confused on what chat is talking about. Are you talking about if my opponent makes a very obvious play mistake? Oh, okay. So chat is talking about if my opponent would attack with the Thalia and leave themselves Dead. Okay. I understand now. I'm very dead in this game. I did not draw the cards I needed to win this game. It's really just this mana crypt. I was in a very strong position. Like, I was theoretically going to be forcing this White Plume Adventure. It's really unfortunate. They just drew mana crypt, right? I don't know. All right. Well, I have a couple extra cards for the matchup. I don't need Flusterstorms or Mental Missteps. Yeah, I mean, I could have changed my line to... I just don't think it's correct. Like, I can strip mine them, but... Like I said, the likelihood they play a 3-drop after having a Thalia in play is almost 0. It's just Mana Crypt, really. Or like I said, Ancient Tomb into Anointed Procession. But Anointed Procession or Peacekeeper is not that good. The initiative creature is a huge problem, but again, the only way they can do that is if they have, I guess they could have like Mox Pearl or Black Lotus into Ancient Tomb. Like, they would have to top deck one of their like 3 best mana producers. So I don't know. I just don't think it's a good play. Like, I understand what you're saying, but this deck has like no blue cards in it. I just kind of noticed that. Interesting. I mean, that's how I view it. I think I took the correct line, but I don't really think I want a needle. I am probably the more aggressive wasteland deck. Yeah, this looks fine. Yeah, like I said, I could draw Strix in that game, and I think I'm in an incredibly good spot. I just didn't draw, like, I drew all wastelands, and I was a step behind because I lost the die roll, right? This is probably a keep. I'm not mad. I'm explaining what happened. I will be mad if we lose the mono white, though. I really just have no respect for the deck. I think most of the deck configurations are extremely poorly misbuilt. I do like the list that Hank has been promoting. I think that list actually has a lot going for it. Something like this. I actually like this list a lot. The 3 or 4 Amiria's Call, 4 Chrome Box, no Urza's Saga, 4 Chancellor of the Annex. I like this list a lot. But I think the normal list that people have been copy pasting is quite bad. I'm in this game. I'm looking to hit their fast mana with Force of Negation, deploy a Filthy Voidwalker, and then snuff out their first like threat and maybe cast it with Voidwalker, something like that. That's my plan, anyways. Just planes go? I don't understand. How much damage am I willing to take here? Probably none. I think I'm just gonna end of turn fetch and under a Watery Grave tapped. I have a snuff out already. I mean, maybe this is just getting sorted. Maybe that's what's happening here. I don't know if they're playing sideboard swords right now. Doesn't look like it. Sure. My opponent's gonna play a Seasoned Dungeoneer, and then I will snuff it out, and then I will take the Seasoned Dungeoneer, and hopefully we'll just never lose the initiative. Oh, they're gonna play an Anointed Peacekeeper. Interesting. I mean, I'm just wastelanding them, right? So how does this work again? I can't cast things at instant speed, can I? Or do I have like sacrifice, choose an exiled card an opponent owns, and you may play it this turn? Yeah, it doesn't change the thing. So they named Snuff Out. Snuff Out still just will cost 2. I don't really want to kill this Peacekeeper, so I really want to just take an initiative creature. So I'm going to wasteland them and attack. And then maybe I hold up Snuff Out. Oh, no, now I'm going to do different things. All right, so I'm going to wasteland them. I don't think I will care about this negation anymore. Wait, I left in Gataxian Probe? Interesting. I don't want to see what's in their hand, actually. So they have White Plume Adventurer, Chancellor of the NX. So they do have White Plume Adventurer next turn, which I'll just snuff that out. All right, I mean, like, super favored in this game, I would assume, unless something really bad happens. Normally, I would, like, be negating some kind of fast mana, but they just chose not to play any fast mana, so... I mean, are they allowed to take damage here and play a White Plume Adventure, knowing that I have Snuff Out Voidwalker? I have Luris coming eventually to regrow Voidwalker as well. I guess they were almost a casting Chancellor without a Wasteland. Not exactly, but almost. I guess I have to watch my life total. Well, I kind of want to... I'm probably going to have to use my Voidwalker to take the initiative, because I don't think I can let them... Well, I don't think I'm allowed to... Yeah, I think I have to sack my Voidwalker and take the initiative if they play this White Plume Adventure. Because I'm going to be at 8. Okay, White Plume Adventure down. No, I think I will lose on board if I let them keep the extra creature. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Second Voidwalker? I just feel like playing a White Plume Adventure just seals this game. I feel like I disagree. I don't want... I guess if I still snuff out. But if I take the White Plume Adventure, I then have a great blocker. No, they attacked first with the 3/3. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna make the play that I want to make here.
So if my opponent draws another white plume off the top, okay, that's probably their best draw because they just take the initiative back. I feel like that's their like single best draw. So what happens? Can I just play? Well, this sucks. This went really badly for me. And a wasteland? That's a pretty good draw, though. I might have just out top deck their top deck, so pretty good. So I'm gonna steal the initiative. I'm gonna put the counters on this to make it a 5/5, and I'm gonna play a Death Shadow and a fetch land. I think I'd rather make a 5/5 because I'd like to have 2 threats here. Yeah, and now they can't attack back, and I'm just gonna win with Voidwalker plus Trap. So that ended up working out, but I think only because I top decked. But I do think that they were super dead without this top deck, so I think it's a little here and a little there, but... Alright, so this is just... Trap them. Yeah. I don't know. It's possible I played it wrong. Chat could be right that I'm supposed to just not make my own death white plume adventure, but I don't have a lot of experience here with these kind of decks, so I could easily be making mistakes. That was just the play that made the most sense to me, so. Okay, so now we're on the draw, unfortunately, for game 3. I still like the configuration that I have. Let's just run it back. I feel like I would have lost if they played a White Plume Adventure. Like, if they attack, steal back the initiative, and then immediately play another White Plume Adventure off the top, that lets them immediately trap. I don't know. Chat also has like 2 or 3 different lines they're talking about right now. Someone wants to not put it right away. Someone wants to do other things. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm willing to be wrong. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right. I'm just saying what the I think the most risk averse play was the one I made. This hand kind of sucks.
If my opponent has like, there are certain hands that my opponent could have kept that this is good against, but I think I'm not willing to risk it. This looks better. I'm just gonna put away the demonic tutor. Right, my first hand was good against Mox non-basic. Yeah, I'm not really willing to force this Chrome Mox here. I will just force this, though. That would be a point. So I've been meaning to keep track of points in time where Chancellor of the Annex would have been very good, just so I can talk more with Hank about it. And that would have been a very, very strong Chancellor of the Annex draw. I think I'm going to just crack fetch a Watery Grave so I can actually play this Death Shadow this game. Also, nice against like an Archon next turn. I do like give up the ability to go for they have Mental Misstep. The ability to go for like a tropical island, but all right, so that's a good hand. It's a good 7-card hand for sure. Just gonna keep them off of Seasoned Dungeoneer. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you can keep the 7, by all means. My opponent kept Plains Go though, so I'm pretty sure it's in their range to keep nonsense hands that would beat my 7, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, my hand would have been quite good. I would have definitely negated the Chrome Mox and then wastelanded them, and it would have been quite strong. All right, so they have 2 unknowns. So my opponent forges onto White Plume and puts me to 11. I have a 2/2 Death Shadow, which is kind of an awkward number, but then they trap me and it becomes a 7/7 Death Shadow. Right, if they have a second Plains, sure. Oh, they went for Scry. I guess they're worried about Death Shadow then. They went bottom. All right, well, are we just going to get blown out by Solitude? So if I play both Death Shadows and my opponent has exactly Solitude White card, which is kind of likely seeing as my opponent scryed 2 and didn't have a land drop. Yeah, I'm going to not play both Death Shadows. All right, so here they get to stash and maybe play a 3-drop. All right, well, at least now I have a large Death Shadow. Yeah, but I'm saying their hand contains no lands. So they have 3 cards, right? They had 3 cards in hand and none of them were lands. Uh-oh. Does that just kill me? That just kills me, right? God damn it. All right.
So I'm gonna have to hit something. Deathrite Shaman. Technically don't die if they have nothing. They're also throning, so they're just gonna throne into a solitude or something. I'm just gonna go look for something really good. I don't know. I just don't think this wins, so demonic tutor. So I can demonic tutor for a snuff out. But that doesn't win. That still loses. Well, I can attack and make them block because I can threaten dress down. It doesn't do anything though, right? I still lose. Man, this sucks. No, because I can't snuff out because I'll go to 4 and die to the menace creature. So all I can now do is play a Death Shadow and hope that they don't hit something good off of Throne and that they don't explore. We don't have a land drop. They hit White Plume Adventure, Swords. They hit only White Plume Adventure. They hit 9 non-creatures. So if they miss on their Explore, then the game continues. I still don't know how we win if the game continues, but no, they hit a spell. Wait, how did they hit a mana crypt? Didn't they? Oh, they shuffled the mana crypt back to the top. Awesome. All right. Cool. I actually think that that doesn't win. Whereas if I had hit a land, oh, I guess it would have to be a basic, or I guess it would have to be exactly Tropical Island or Wasteland or something like that. Then I could just go Demonic Time Walk and we would just win. I guess that's under the assumption my opponent doesn't have anything relevant in hand. It's funny though because Ancestral Recall doesn't win the game, whereas land that's not a fetch land. I mean, it has to be tropical, 3 waste, one strip, one swamp. But land or time walk would do it. I guess technically, if no, because this will just untap. If opponent has no more creatures, this Dismember technically does it as well. I guess if I had Dress Down in their combat step, that would get rid of Menace and Pro creatures. Sure. I mean, I don't think I can play 2 Shadows there. That would have definitely been the turning point in this game. If I had played 2 Shadows. Maybe I'm just forced to play 2 Shadows. Well, didn't they play the Seasoned Dungeoneer after I played the Shadow? Wow, I don't think Mono White is overpowered. I think we were like just in these games, and our deck is kind of a meme, so I don't know. It just felt like, man, it just felt like they had a Solitude, but maybe we have to. I don't know. Like I said, did they? If they didn't have the Seasoned Dungeoneer in play, right? It was they played a Seasoned Dungeoneer right after. I don't know. All right, chat and I talked a lot about different paths and lines in between the last round. We did ask Nam what was in their hand, and Nam said Seasoned Dungeoneer, Swords to Plowshares, Archon of Emeria. So I did have a correct line on a Swords Solitude type effect, or the correct read. So no matter what we did in that game, we were certainly going to die. But you still want to make and play to the right outs, so see what happens. All right, I have a cat. I have a negation and a Deathrite Shaman. This is a nice hand against blue, I guess. Could end up losing. I mean, if our opponent is on Doomsday, then this is a great hand versus Doomsday. An absolutely stellar hand against Doomsday. Okay, so it might be Doomsday. I would love to draw one of my 3 pieces of fast mana. I feel like we would just instantly win the game. Because we're going to be put in a kind of a precarious situation if we choose to play Deathrite Shaman, which oh no, Justin. Oh god, are we getting turn 1? Okay. All right, well, our flusters are less good now. I think we have to play Deathrite Shaman on this turn. I don't want to play Deathrite Shaman, but I think I have to play Deathrite Shaman. If we want to like progress into a later part of this game, if we don't oh come on, okay. All right, fair enough. Opponent only has 3 cards left in hand, so oh my god, we're mystical tutoring. They got a Doomsday. So do they have Doomsday and Fluster and Cantrip? Or what are we looking at here? Okay. So they had Cantrip, but they had to Brainstorm. There's hope for us yet. There's still hope. All right. Doomsday has been countered. And now my Fluster is back online. Okay, a fetch land or a land of some kind would be great. That works. I think I'm down to Dossiers here. I guess it's better if I waste first. Because then I can't get dazed anyways. All right, what do you got left in your hand, friend? Demonic Tutor Street Wraith. I'm gonna just take this Street Wraith. They're so far from Demonic Tutor, and I have a Flusterstorm. All right, no land. All right, so we're in the clear here if we can play Dothi Voidwalker. All right, well that doesn't play Dothi Voidwalker, so we're passing it back. Okay, all right, we're gaming. All right, they also didn't hit a land. So again, land lets us play Dothy Voidwalker. This is kind of why I wanted a Deathrite Shaman in play. All right, there's a Deathrite Shaman. I accept. All right, another land miss. So what play? Ooh, okay. I think I'm gonna cast that. If they have a force, I don't think it's even that big a deal. I could even fluster if I wanted to. Okay. I'm just gonna demonic for something. I guess I can demonic for Black Lotus and go Voidwalker Thoughtseize. Is that good? Kind of feels good. And then I have a Lotus for a Lurrus later in this game. Why not? That sounds like fun. Ooh, is that a dig through time? Maybe. That was quite the dismantling. I thought it was doomed when we got mental misstepped, but we got there. So against Doomsday, we're pretty pre-boarded, I would say. We can take this Snuff out and bring in a Flusterstorm. Snuff out doesn't even kill Shieldred, so don't think there's any value in that. Dismember kills Shieldred, but probably doesn't kill Murktide Regent. You want to bring in Null Rod? I guess we could bring in Null Rod for Strix. I think Null Rod is just like not the way you win, but it's not bad. And the Strix is I mean, I do want as many blue spells as I can for my forces though, so I'm kind of off that idea. Explosives is sick with Lurrus and killing Moxen. I've always liked explosives in my blue-black Lurrus lists. I thought it was always pretty good. I think I might take out... I don't know. I'm not really feeling this Null Rod. Nah, I'm off it. Submit. All right, I got a cat. I got a force, a wasteland, a deathrite shaman. Yeah, why not? He kept a 7-card hand. C plus preordain. That's a good start. Oh, I guess I could have taken out Swamp for a Null Rod. I should have done that. I should have taken out Swamp for a Null Rod. That was a pretty big mistake, actually. I'm just going to wasteland them. I don't think playing a Deathrite Shaman is better than keeping them off an Underground Sea. I did cut the Surgicals from my board. Kind of think I wish I had a Surgical here, but... Oh, they had the Watery Grave anyways. All right, they're cantripping. They went bottom on the first cantrip. On the second cantrip, they went top bottom. Sapphire not casting Deathrite Shaman. Big sad. I will not allow you to continue having manas. Not that that's helping me very much, but... All right, Island. Vampiric. I think I would rather just get the Deathrite in play. If we were to Vampiric, what are we Vampiricing for? Uh-oh, are we dead? I did go shields down here on this dress down. Oh. Cut down. Okay. Probably could vamp for Ancestral and then hold up dress down Force. And then on my next turn Ancestral. I don't think that's better than just holding everything up and drawing a random card here, though. Opponent is playing Doomsday. See what they have to say about Vampiric. I guess they could have like Opposition Agent here, but I have Dress Down Force, so I don't think it matters too much. I think I'm just gonna get Ancestral Recall. It's a nice cast on my turn where they can't really fluster it. I guess I could cast it on their turn as well. I might cast it on their turn, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna cast it on their turn. Make them use mana. Okay. I definitely would have liked to have Wasteland on my turn, but I think it's okay. We have a pretty solid hand here. This might even be a Let Doomsday Resolve hand. Wonder, they probably have Fluster. But I beat Fluster right now, so... Yeah, but what we do have is Wasteland. I think we could totally win this game, but I'm gonna fluster it. I'm gonna fluster it. This is like a really high value Flusterstorm because they can't Flusterstorm back. There are definitely hands where you let Doomsday resolve, and the majority of them include Dress Down. I don't think you play as much Dress Down as I do. Dress Down is super good at ruining Doomsday. Like I could respond to this Doom, like I could wait, let them do the Doomsday, and then after they cast their first thing, cast Dress Down, which they can't Flusterstorm, and then they can't go off that turn. Yeah, I also decided that I wouldn't do it in the spot, but I think these are the kind of hands where you do sometimes let Doomsday resolve. So my opponent might be looking for, I guess they could fluster one of my, they could like Mental Misstep or fluster. Okay, I can just pay for the first one. I don't think so. So that's why I chose not to do it. Yeah, but that's fine. If my opponent uses Dazed and Flusterstorm to resolve a Doomsday here, I'm winning this game. I'm going to Wasteland them, and I'm going to have double force Dress Down for the next turn. So I think it's fine. All right, so they're going to force... I mean, also just forcing this is, like, really good for me, too, so... I think it's fine. If we had, like, even if we had a threat, we probably would let this resolve because the threat would probably kill them. But I mean, the fact that we have a Wasteland, we're going to get rid of one of their mana sources, and we still have a Dress Down, and we still have forces. It's going to be very hard for them to get enough cards to kill us. And I mean, I don't know if I don't really think my opponent's like a Doomsday mastermind. So. What did my opponent pitch with their force? They exiled force with force. Interesting. Hmm. They have force. Just gonna get rid of their force. And wasteland. Pass. I think I'm just gonna force Lotus. And then on my end step, what are we gonna do? Win the game. I just play this dress down on my end step, and my opponent can't play a Thassa's Oracle on their turn, and I have force back up, and then I untap and I pass the turn again, and they draw out and lose. Though I don't think they have a second blue source. I think they have to go and put a land in their pile in case I have a wasteland. Yeah, dress down is super crazy. I love this card. It does so many things. Okay, here we go. Round 3 up against the deck 84, playing Grixis Tinker Breach, as per usual. Our hand is actually quite nice. I would keep this hand every day of the week. Oh, wow. We actually get to brainstorm here. I think I'm going to do that. I mean, like, I don't need this Death Shadow right now. I don't really feel like this is a vampiric matchup. I think I'm just going to get rid of this Death Shadow. No, I'm going to get rid of this vamp. Like, what? I don't really want to be vamping here. Maybe I'm wrong. It's fine. I'm allowed to be wrong. Maybe that was like a low value brainstorm and I should have waited. I could see that being true. But I did do the Xeroxing, right? Everything's fine. I do kind of want to try to find a wasteland for my opponent's sagas, though. Drawing a second fetch land is not really where I'd like to be. Maybe I did want to keep Vamp. Deathrite, Fluster, Negation? Interesting. This does 3 damage, so okay, we'll just wait. I'm not convinced I played these turns out correctly. I don't have a lot of experience with this. It's a lot of fetch lands. They have 4 cards left in their hand. Pass? Kind of wish that I ordered the other way. I don't think I want to draw another Deathrite Shaman. I gotta get like main deck opposition agented here. That's pretty sweet. I really like that draw. Big fan. This is a pretty good looking Thoughtseize. They're gonna hard cast Force on it. Am I crazy to Flusterstorm this? I don't think Flusterstorm gets much better value from now on. I guess it pitches to Force, but okay. So they have just Force of Will in their hand now. It's good for me. I should have used my Sapphire to play for the Flusterstorm. I just messed up. That would have let us deal an extra damage this turn. True Narset. I think this is fine. It's just an impulse that saves them some life. They hit Tinker. Okay, fair enough. So I am going to kill the Narset. Let them get back on top decks. I am sad that they were able to tinker away their mana crypt, but okay. Oh, we were drawing the lethal dress down. You love to see it. All right. I mean, this deck certainly looks like it works against combo decks. So Snuff Out doesn't kill opposition agent, but it does kill Hull Breacher. Let me just go quickly look at what the last Deck 84 list, because there's not going to deviate very much. One opposition agent main, two dress down main, two underworld breach, one brain freeze, one bolt, two pyro, two fluster, tinker, and then boarding into Karn, pyro, bolt. So no need for a snuff out. If anything, we would want a dismember. Probably gonna go for the third fluster. The Yixa Jailer does not work against breach. I don't know if I want Null Rod. I think I do want Null Rod. That turns off key, Vault Key. We do need to be able to beat 4 Sagas, but we have Dress Down and Null Rod. That should help. I think we'll take out Vamp. And we'll take out... Do we want to have a Dismember in our deck? I don't think so. think I'll just take out a Thoughtseize here and then go like this. I don't really typically board in Soul Guide to beat Breach. I think Null Rod is just fine. But it might be better than Baleful Strix, so maybe we'll do that. Baleful Strix blocks constructs, so I don't know. It's not even that bad either. I feel like all of our cards are so good here. Well, we don't need the Swamp, so that's easy. The Swamp can go. I don't even think EE is bad here, but I don't want to bring in EE in the same matchup I'm bringing in Null Rod typically, which makes me wonder if we should even have EE in our deck. The last time I put EE in my Lurrus control deck, I wasn't playing Null Rod because I was playing 4 Bobble. So maybe this EE doesn't make sense if I'm going to have Null Rods. Because I think this would be a matchup where I would want EE. I'm going to bring the EE in, I guess, and just live with it. I need to take out one more Magic the Gathering card. I guess I'm going to take out another Thoughtseize. Not convinced on that one, but I think it makes sense. Not 100% convinced on that board plan. All right, I have a cat. I have Tropical Island, Wasteland, Doffy, Voidwalker. I still think this is a keep, though. Yeah, Tinker Breach does, and that's what my opponent is playing. Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, but I have a Force, I have a Fluster, and then I have answers to Saga, so... Like, if you kept this hand and you didn't know that I had a Doffy Voidwalker in my deck, it looks kind of reasonable, right? It's a pretty good draw. If you didn't know the contents of my deck, you might assume this hand is reasonable. This is a bit aggressive, but I do want to like cast spells and get value, and I think that Flusterstorming a Time Walk and Wastelanding their Underground Sea ends up being pretty good. And we do want to maybe fill up for Cruise, so I kind of like this play. It's a little aggressive though, for sure. I think we'd be in a great spot if our first card was Underground Sea. I still think Wastelanding is better than playing a Voidwalker here. This just kind of puts us on the play, though our opponent has a lot more cards than we do, so we'll see what happens. I don't think I'll be able to Wasteland their next land because I really need to be able to answer Saga. So unless I draw like a dress down, then I probably have to hold this Wasteland, but that's fine because we drew the Underground Sea for the Dothi Voidwalker, or we could, get our Lurrus or something, so. See if they get a second C, or if they get... They did get a second C. They only have 2 Cs in their deck. Ugh, they had the Demonic, though. Yeah. It's not great for me. Yeah, definitely after drawing a Flusterstorm, Voidwalker quite good here. Voidwalker is another reason we probably don't even need Soul Guide Lantern. This is a Leyline of the Void. This Mox Jet was quite a good draw. All right, we have a Resolved Dothi Voidwalker. We have Flusterstorm Force. I like the spot we're in. Opponent does have 6 cards, though. All right, another fetch. We haven't seen a Moxen yet. Oh, are they going to just bolt my Voidwalker, maybe? With ability to pay for Flusterstorm? Yeah, that's acceptable. Maybe they DT'd for Ancestral? Definitely Voidwalker is pretty good against Ancestral. They have Flusterstorm backup. Huh. Okay. I think this still ends up with... I'm going to let Ancestral resolve here. I don't... Well... If I force Ancestral and then waste their Volcanic and get a Lurrus, is that good? 2 cards in hand? I don't have to waste the Volcanic. I can hold the waste as well. Yeah, I'm going to force this. I actually think it's okay because we have Lurrus. If we didn't have Lurrus, this is not really acceptable, but... Preordain. I'm actually going to cast the Preordain. I can still get Lurrus with my Wasteland. And I don't have to Wasteland here. Party face. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. All right, so they had Misstep, so they have 1 card left in hand. I'm going to use this Wasteland to get my Lurrus. I'd like to get Lurrus and then eventually get a Voidwalker in play. They drew Dig Through Time. Wow. That's a kind of a nightmare. That's probably the best card they can have here. If I had to guess. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This has got to be one of the best cards they had there. I guess a Breach would be pretty bad for me too, so. Oh, did they just hit Tinker? Yeah, all right. That's a classic Deck 84 move. Well, they hit a Saga off the top. That's lucky. I just don't think it's going to matter, unfortunately. Yeah, my opponent played a little bit too many restricted cards in this game, I think. Underworld Breach. Yeah, that's a good one. And load it. Okay, all right. Awesome. All right, a little bit too many restricted cards in that game. I kind of want these Thought Seizes still. I'm going to take this EE out on the play. I'm going to take a Strix out on the play. Maybe that's silly. I don't know. Oh, we're hyping today. Oh, yeah, I forgot we boarded that in. It's fine. It's not embarrassing. It's just not the best. This is kind of an interesting hand. I think I'm just going to put the dress down away and keep this hand. I think the cruise is probably important to this hand's success, so they kept a 7-card hand. Let's see what they have. They kept Breach, Sapphire, Bolt, Volk, Saga. Really? Well, I don't really want them to play a Saga on turn 1 here, so I guess I'm going to throw this into a Lightning Bolt. And then... I mean, I definitely got punished for putting my dress down away, but... What can I say? I think the cruise is like kind of important to like the game plan I had in mind, but if my opponent's going to keep a Saga hand, then yeah, I probably should have kept my dress down. It's going to be quite hard to win this game, I think. It's kind of an odd hand, honestly, but maybe it vibes. I'm gonna get greedy and brainstorm here. I'd like to get brainstorm fetch and then time walk. Maybe that's too greedy. I guess time walk's better when I have a Voidwalker in play. I really would like to brainstorm though. I mean, I could just time walk first and just cantrip. Everything is going to resolve. I guess maybe technically they can have a drawn exactly Flusterstorm or misstep. All right, well, I'm going to play Dothy Voidwalker, I guess. I think it's worth it. The problem here is actually, well, the good news is I like the Voidwalker is turning off this breach, but I have to beat these sagas, and I don't have a wasteland currently, and I bottomed my dress down, so we need to find some stuff. Death Shadow. Oh, I really hope that this brainstorm. Well, I guess we can start by time walking then. I don't know. Might want to hold time walk for Death Shadow. I mean, but Death Shadow probably doesn't get in. Yeah, let's cast time walk. They drew Flusterstorm. Okay. I guess I should just be happy my cruise isn't getting Flusterstormed. We've drawn... Everything is really bad right now. I need to find a mana. I'm going to cast this Brainstorm and just pray to God. No, you drew a second Fluster, you savage! Now they're gonna get all the Saga tokens. Like, I could have played Null Rod here, and they only get... they have to use their Saga to get a Saga. Ugh. I can Fluster back, but I don't think we're winning if I lose my Voidwalker. I can't use my Voidwalker. My opponent has Underworld Breach and a Black Lotus coming down. I took the greediest... I didn't have the greediest line, but I took a greedy line. And my opponent had top deck Fluster. Like, if I play Null Rod here... it's so much better for me. What do I do? I have to Fluster... Well, I actually can't Fluster back because they have 3 mana. It's so doomed. Alright, whatever. Everything I've done in this game has really gotten punished. I can't even fetch because and like get my dress down because I just have hit 0 fetch lands. Every choice I made in this game just went so horribly wrong. If I just played a Null Rod here, things would have been a lot better.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think the only thing that really saves me here is a top deck dress down. 1 in 50. I mean, I guess I can draw like Ancestral and some other things. But things are getting really bad. Just a terrible draw. They still get to make double token here. I don't even think I can cast Null Rod and be happy about it. I can't cast this Treasure Cruise. I look like an idiot for keeping this Treasure Cruise instead of Dress Down. I guess I just expected to be able to cantrip into things that mattered, but all my cantrips got countered. Am I just dead on board? I am dead on board, right? So if I sack my Voidwalker and get an Urza Saga, then I have 5 cards in my yard. I could cruise. And I would have to hit. I don't know. Jumping with a Death Shadow is just not going to get me there, though. I have no way to shuffle, right? Well, I guess they can just get key and kill me that way too, right? No, I'm pretty sure my opponent is going to attack for lethal. I'm at 12, and they're going to make these to 5/5, make them to 6/6, make them to 7/7s. I have to chump. I can get the Saga and then play a Null Rod off my Saga. And then play a Death Shadow to chump. No, I know that Dothy can't chump. I have to play. I'm talking about the Death Shadow. Death Shadow. Okay. We're super dead. Oh, there's 3 attackers. I actually am just dead anyways. Because there are going to be 3 attackers. Yeah, I just... Everything I did in this game was just so bad, I guess. I think just not playing the Null Rod lost... Like, not lost me the game, but... I don't know. Maybe they'll respect like a snuff out or something. I don't know how that would happen, but whatever. I just played badly, I think. If I bottom cruise instead I bought and just played dress down, I win. I just win the game. So I lost this game on my mulligan decision. Oh, my opponent had Force of Will blue card? Sure. Yeah. So like my reasoning for keeping Cruz over Dress Down was because I had planned to brainstorm Time Walk and cantrip my way into a full graveyard and then draw 3 cards. And at the time that seemed pretty reasonable, but I don't know. Maybe not. All right, here we go. We're on round 4 now in our 7-round tournament. I don't know. I think I've been playing maybe badly. So let's see if we can tighten up. I have a cap. Why is my hand 5 black cards? If this was a fetch land, I might keep this hand, but this has got to go. Sure. Would it be silly? No, I should just... It's weird. This deck doesn't have Street Wraith, so it's kind of hard to play the Death Shadows. So you kind of have to like assume they're going to come down later in the game, which is really weird. I want to keep this and put away a negation. Something that is a little unfortunate here is that I'm really going to get wrecked by a Wasteland. But I definitely need to play Preordain, so... I am going to keep not the Voidwalker, but I am going to keep the Deathrite Shaman in case I don't get Wastelanded. I think it's a really strong play for me to go Deathrite Shaman Wasteland next turn. Obviously, depends on what my opponent is playing, but fair enough. Yep. I don't think I'm going to expose my Wasteland. I think I'll just hold it. I'm really glad I didn't expose my Wasteland to another Wasteland here. If I draw Fetch Land or any land that plays Deathrite Shaman, I actually think I'm in good shape. But if I don't, I am not doing anything. Don't know what my opponent's playing exactly yet. Okay, so it is a blue Wasteland deck. Well, I'm going to play my Wasteland now because I'm discarding the hand size anyways. I don't think it makes sense to like use my Wasteland. If they want to Wasteland my Wasteland so they can... they are also on Deathrite Shaman. I don't think I can let this Deathrite Shaman resolve. This looks really bad for me. They're probably going to have Fluster or Pyro here, and I'm just dead. This is just an extremely rough game. Looks like they're gonna do something. Pyro. Oh, Fluster. All right. You got a Deathrite Shaman.
I wish I had a Deathray Shaman, I must say. These fair blue matchups come down to Wasteland so often. Yeah, we've done a lot of mulliganing and we haven't done very well off it. I would agree with that. Uh-huh. I feel like we have hit a low end of variance in terms of the power of our hand. Obviously, our deck doesn't really put ourselves in a position where we're going to have very many powerful draws, but it still feels like the draws that we did have been not great. Wow. I'm gonna bottom. All right, so I am gonna wasteland their wasteland so that they don't have a wasteland for my watery grave, and then I'm gonna play a Deathray Shaman, and we'll have to see where we go. I don't have a negation for their Planeswalker, unfortunately, but they have force, pitching force. Okay, they're down to 3 cards. They have the death rate advantage currently. All right, so slam a walker and I lose. Well, that is the least threatening walker they could have produced. So that's a good thing. It's funny that is actually the worst walker they could have had. So small wins. I don't know if that actually matters, but I'll just wasteland. I would have really liked to draw a blue card there so that I could force an Oko or a Minxinbu, but I mean, we're so far behind. We're just gonna get buried. That is certainly a way to get buried. They put lightning bolt. Yeah. Awesome. Well, this game did end on turn 1, unfortunately. It's just now turn 6 and we're still playing. Yikes. This is a cruise? Okay, next game. I would like Needle, Luster, Dismember, maybe? Soul Guide, maybe? Snuff Out not hitting Deathrite does suck. I agree with that. It makes sense to me.
Try this. Not super thrilled with this board plan. Flusterstorm not hitting planeswalkers is kind of rough. Yeah. We don't really have the tools to beat planeswalkers, do we? What I would give for a good 7, I swear. This game good again yet? I mean, I don't know what your problem was with Modern Masters 2, but I would suspect it's not, I guess. I think Vintage has been quite good ever since Modern Masters 2, so. Am I really getting... Oh, it's Ragavan. Okay. Interesting. Will we? I don't think I agree. Ragavan is pretty embarrassing. I'm not 100% sure we're far ahead because we don't really have action in our hand, but at least their Deathray doesn't make mana, and we wastelanded them, so that might be good. No. Okay. Hmm. I don't have enough yard to get Luris and play to get Luris. It's kind of frustrating. Well, I mean, if they play land Oko here, I guess we lose, right? Yeah, Wasteland is our best draw. Wasteland, their tropical island, and get Luris into my hand, probably. Sure. I had a lot of lands in this game. They hit my fetch land. Unlucky. And Brainstorm. I wonder if we were supposed to keep Treasure Cruise instead of Force. I don't know. I probably should have played around this Ragavan hit and just not activated on my turn, but I kind of wanted to play around them having Treasure Cruise, but I guess that was silly. That's my bad. I made a mistake on that one. I done goofed. I do think I've been playing kind of badly today, for what it's worth. Now, you see, we're not a Xerox deck. We are a Deathrite Shaman deck. Very different. Yeah. Yeah, I do think... just don't think I played very, very well. Uh... Hmm. I just can't force this because I have to force a Planeswalker. Even if it means it gets countered. I just don't really have the flexibility there. Seiju. My opponent has a lot of lands, but somehow also a lot of spells. You got it. Their wasteland here is pretty good. Wait, why didn't they use the wasteland? Weird. We now have a cat. I agree with that statement. All right, well. Does this board beat an Oko? They have a mental misstep? I guess not. I guess this board also loses to an Oko. Treasure Cruise. Man, everyone else's decks are so much better at doing the Xerox thing than my deck is. Good lord. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. My opponent just cruised through my triple death ray shaman. I feel slighted. I don't know. I just feel like we've drawn so badly. It's crazy. They hit Ancestral! Oh, they're out. I still think I'm going to deal damage to them rather than attack Narset, though. Oko, or which Planeswalker does this hit? Expressive iteration. Jeez. All right. Well, it was a good attempt, I guess. Maybe if we kept a single game with 7 cards. I don't know if we did. Strip mine, huh? Uh-oh. Really? Not the double watery grave? God, imagine if they had a Mystic Sanctuary there. How gross would that be? Holy shit. Okay. Like, a random blue card's okay there. What if my opponent just never draws something that matters and we win by death rate activations? That could happen, right? I should have hit Treasure Cruise. Yeah, but the minute they draw a Planeswalker, we lose the game on the spot, right? So
This one just resolves. I have enough activations left that I don't care. No, it's fine. We don't care about strip lock. We have enough stuffs. I could have stopped this from happening too. I could have ate the card from the yard, but I don't think that's what we'd want to do. All right. One more. Both these decks should be illegal. Look how bad these decks are. I didn't sign up to play a limited pre-release. I hate this game. Imagine winning this game. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Is this hand good? It's kind of a moldify, right? What Rama, what's wrong? We're playing a true Italian deck. I can't believe we won that last game. Lotus is only as good as what you can cast with it, and with my luck, that's nothing. Though I guess Ancestral is only good what you can draw with it, and with my luck, that's also nothing, so... Sure, why not? I think last game was extremely bad luck. What are you talking about? Just because my opponent's deck is also really bad. It doesn't mean I wasn't unlucky in that game. That's how this works. I'm pretty sure that's how this works. No. I think your luck is independent from your opponent's luck. Or something, probably. What did they do? They chose not to shuffle. I'm a wasteland. Yeah, but my opponent's slasher, they keep like 6 land hands. Wasteland's no good. Like, what happens if my opponent plays a Deathrite Shaman here? Do I concede? It's GG. Game over. Ooh, it's a monkey. All right, chat. We counter a monkey. I think we have to. I mean, it's no Deathrite Shaman. Whew. Imagine if they had a Deathrite Shaman there. So good. Oh, we have a Deathrite Shaman. Oh, I think that was the wrong land. I was supposed to play the Polluted Delta. Is this a Ren and 6? Did they have a third Volcanic in this deck? Yikes. Oh, Lightning Bolt. Okay. I was trying to draw. That was what I was trying to draw. Yes, it is indeed what I was trying to draw. God bless. Expressive iteration with their Beseiju, huh? Bro, what am I supposed to do? I just need to hope this Ancestral gets me there, I guess. And take Ren. Good lord. Their hand's so good. We're doomed. How is my deck so bad? Oh, yes! That was the best top deck! That was the best top deck I could actually hope for. It was like the only one that was bad. The only top deck in their deck that was bad, I swear. I'm in such pain. How much do I want to take here? I have like a very variable amount of health I can choose to take. No, I want to keep my fetch lands as the ability to do things with them. I want to do... This lets me fetch land around Lightning Bolt, so I think this makes sense. All right, my opponent's on top deck again. If they can just top deck, you know, God, there's so little bad cards they can top deck. Oh, hey. That's my boy. Is it a W? Did we sneak a W from the jaws of the L? Uh-oh. It's doomed. That's an Oko. It's okay. We have Luris Deathray Shaman, so, you know, it's fine. Pretty badly. I'm not a good enough Magic player to play this deck. Or this deck is bad. Or both. Thanks, chat, for believing in me. Oh, they hit Fluster? Alright, well, now I'm not countering anything. Okay. Oh, wait, they didn't have blue mana. What the fuck? They got me. I've been gotted. Oh my god. It's okay. It's okay. I'm playing around Minx and Boo follow up or something. Oh, my opponent just cracked this Lotus for red mana. That's illegal. Making a food token? Illegal. What is happening? I don't understand. Chat, someone explain what is going on. This doesn't make any sense. Maybe they have a second Oko? Force? No, their play makes no sense. I guess it makes sense because they can't stand up this Ruby because then they can't cast their 3 expressive iterations. Okay, never mind. It makes sense. It makes sense. Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. I'm bad. They exiled another Flusterstorm. The classic expressive iteration is worse than Impulse. Ooh, baby. The very classic expressive iteration is worse than Impulse. No. I was wrong. I was wrong. Everything makes sense. Everything is fine. I mean, I got super lethal, so those flusters were rough. It is Cruise in hand. God bless. Oh no, it's Ancestral in hand. Okay. They do have a food token. Does that get them high enough? I don't think so. I do enough yelling and complaining, I think. I think we're at a good level. Probably too high. But we had a 1188, so who's the real winner? I guess this could be an Oko. Turn my Death Rate into an Elk. Yup. Elks, baby. Oh, wait, what? Is that better? I guess they're dead on board if I turn it into an elk, so probably not better. So they're going to go to 1.
This is the greatest deck I've ever played, and the person piloting it, they're just really good at Magic. Here we go, round 5 of 7. We are against True Hero, the original vintage Death Shadow player. I wonder if we're actually going to play a mirror today, or if True Hero will be on 4-color walkers. This is an acceptable turn 1 hand. 7 cards. This might be the best hand we've had all day. Oh my god, it's the Shadow Mirror. No, we're gonna get our Lotus taken. Of course. Of course. The 2/2 bracket Shadow Mirror. I have Luris, though. My opponent does not. We lost our Lotus. Sad day. The most sad day. At least we have a Deathray Shaman. That's something. Do we have a Deathray Shaman? Okay, we do have a Deathray Shaman. Actually accurate. Yeah. I could negate it. I think I'm going to. It's a bit of a bold brainstorm, but ooh, those are great cards to not have too. I really like the idea of playing a Voidwalker this turn. I think we're doing okay. Show me your secrets. Shadow, Snuff Out, Gush with 1 island, Force, Sedgemoor Witch. Sedgemoor Witch has got to be so good against us. So do we not attack them? Or do we still attack them? I think we just attack them. Oh my god. Did I play a land? I did play a land. All right, I'm going to not attack them, and then I should keep both of these. I don't think that's good, actually. I'm going to wait. I don't know if it's right, but I'm going to wait. The way this comes back and haunts me is if my opponent hits, I guess, the Sedgemoor Witch, maybe? Cycle. I can cast Street Wraith. Woohoo. Okay. Oh, they missed another land here. All right, so yield into end step, and then hit their Thoughtseize. They have a Force of Will, though, so I don't really want to do that.
Preordain. Time Wong. Well, that's going to get forced, but still going to be pretty good. I wonder if I'm not supposed to Wasteland. No, I'm definitely going to Wasteland. The problem is, I guess I just attack all. Because I know this is going to get forced. Maybe I'm not supposed to do it then. I don't know. It's fine. I don't know if that was ideal. But they're at 5, and I have a Dothy that hits in 2. I guess they could have Dress Downs technically in their deck. Oh, I actually have Lethal, though, because I have Deathrite and this. So my opponent will have to have a Fatal Push. So I liked what I did. I think the play I made was fine. I am now the Death Shadow Master. All right, EE looks good. Soul Guide might be okay. Snuff Out looks horrible. Kind of think Negation looks pretty bad. Fluster looks good. Dismember. I don't know how good Dismember is. So this is going to be a hard mirror, especially seeing as my opponent has a ton of experience playing the deck and I do not. How good is Dismember in the mirror? I guess like killing Deathrite Shamans is pretty important, right? I also don't know how good Dress Down exactly is in the mirror. I think in general, Luris should be an edge. Like Luris and Strix and those cards that I'm playing. Maybe like we take a Vamp out and a Thoughtseize on the... I thought the Thoughtseize looked kind of good. I don't really know what else I'm supposed to trim, though, so let's just try this. I don't know if Dismember is actually what I want, but... Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know, on the draw, maybe it's different, though. Or maybe it's better. I don't know. All I know is I didn't have a 7 card I could keep this time. Yeah, this is a keep. I think I'm gonna pitch the explosives. It's kind of bad if my opponent has like a Deathrite, but I think I'd rather have access to this stuff. Yeah. Lotus Demonic Ancestral is not really the ideal situation. Drawing land is also not great. I kind of regret the choice I made. I think I'm just going to play this and pass. Well, maybe I'm supposed to like Demon it. No, I don't really like it. I think this is fine. Yeah, I guess that is true. Damn, my opponent is turboed. I'm going to end up demonicking for this engineered explosives that I put away. Oops. Well, I have just enough to do everything, so I hope I don't get dazed. I think I'm going to not take any damage here. Oh, my opponent is going AFK for a second. I don't think I'm in a really reasonable spot to do anything else. I guess if I get flustered, it's real bad, but Not real bad, because I guess I would just pay and then play Ancestral. Drawing, I think, what have I've drawn land for the game. Kind of bad against my opponent's not wasteland draw. I do think if I get a Death a Luris going with an Engineered Explosives loop, that does seem quite strong. There's a lot of ways this goes badly, but if I had ended up bottoming a land instead of an Engineered Explosives, I would be in a much better spot, but I can't do that. Like, if my opponent just has a wasteland and I don't draw land, it's super bad. I just happen to draw land after keeping 2 lands, so... I guess we'll be happy to have these lands if this all works out. Like, if I have to, like, say, force a force, they end up with 2 cards and no creatures, then I have to, like, get a Luris going. I guess I'll be happy to have some lands. So maybe it's fine. The things I'm worried about the most is I could get dazed. But I guess it's not that bad because I can just pay for it and then I just take 1 hit. It's not a huge deal. So I guess I'm most worried about Force Fluster, maybe. All right, so I'm gonna go get my Engineered Explosives, and then I am going to cast Engineered Explosives for 1. And they have a Mental Misstep. No, I shouldn't do that because I'm trying to activate on this turn. Oh my god, is it resolving? And they don't have any oh. It's a beautiful thing. Oh. The game has done the resetters. Ooh, they have a death right. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna get the Luris. I guess I get Thought Seized here, but I'm never gonna get to 6 mana, so I can't really do anything about that. I got nothing. Do your worst. My opponent has cast many more spells than I have. Not much I can do about it. They can't eat Engineered Explosives or Black Lotus, so that's kind of nice. If my opponent does anything here, it's most likely I'm just going to play... Oh, that's pretty good. So now I'm just going to get the Black Lotus out of my yard. I mean, I'm going to cast this into whatever they have. I don't think... I think I just need to make the play. All right, I will use Black Lotus to play this Deathrite Shaman, though. I think that's actually a good play. Try to turn off their Deathrite Shaman and start attacking their life total. I think the Gush made sense. Like, they're winning the game if they find a counter, and they have a variety of counters they can find. So, is this a end of turn dig through time? It's pretty sick.
They didn't leave me with a lot of Deathrite targets. See how they play it out. 7 cards in hand for them. Brainstorm. I guess they would probably have like a Fatal Push in their deck somewhere, maybe, for Luris. I am the Shadow Master. I know the ins and outs of this deck like no pilot has ever known before. I want cookies. Okay, here we go. Now we're round 6 out of 7. 7 rounds of vintage today. We got Senpai across the table. Let's see what they've got for us. We once again have drawn our Tropical Island with our Dothy Voidwalker. Gonna mulligan that one. This is a Keeperino, though. That's for sure. Let's just put back this land. I'm pretty sure I'm casting this Brainstorm, though. Though I guess I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I want to just get the value. Senpai is almost assuredly playing a blue deck of some kind. All right, well, the world does not need 3 Deathray Shamans. So, goodbye, Deathray Shamans. The world is not ready for 3 Deathray Shamans. All right. What do you got for me? Doomsday? Let's see. On any underground seas? That's an island. Playing around my wasteland, I see. Oh man, playing Deathray Shaman just put you to sleep, huh? Kind of hate all of this. What am I really looking for? If the answer's a blue card, maybe I should not have cast any spells. I just don't see myself vamping. Well, should I just end a turn dress down? I probably was just not supposed to cast Preordain and hold up Force and dress down. I think that was a pretty major mistake. Will probably cost me this game. I can't imagine that my opponent doesn't just Doomsday kill me here after vamping. Like, I'm not forcing this. I think that's suicide. Would just not be very good. Well, I'm going to respond to a cantrip by casting Dress Down, I think. That way, if my opponent's interaction is Flusterstorm, we live for a turn. I don't know if that gets us to the place we need to be in life, but that's my plan.
Yeah, I just shouldn't have cast Preordain, so I could have held up double pieces of interaction because it's turn 2, so Doomsday is, you know, ready to kill you. Though I probably should have tapped. Oh, I'm gonna use my only land, unfortunately, but I guess I can wasteland them, so that'll be 2 more lands. It'll be fine. So if they have a cantrip here, what I'll do is cast Dress Down in response. So this means their last 2 cards have to be Force blue card, or I guess Daze as well, but yeah, they had Force blue card. Okay, so nothing I did mattered. We would have beat this hand if I had kept my Preordain and I had Force, but they had Force Fluster. Awesome. Awesome. That's crazy. So they did have the better pieces of interaction. So I actually would have lost through. That's so nuts. Doomsday is so broken, man. Wow. I still think I made a mistake and I should have held the Preordain in my hand, but the fact that Doomsday just easily turn 2 killed me with Force Fluster backup is like, come on, man. Get this deck out of the format. So did I just go? Yeah, I went Snuff Out and Swamp for Fluster Null Rod. And then everything else is fine. Oh, Avengers is in great shape. I just hate Doomsday. For some reason, like everybody else has longing, grindy games versus Doomsday, and for some versus me, they just kill me on turn 1 and turn 2 every single game. So I don't know, just bad luck probably. But again, I could have played much better, so it's definitely my fault. I mean, you were joking, but the discard definitely does help versus Doomsday. I don't know why you would think it doesn't. All right, well, Ancestral down. Tell me Thoughtseize wasn't good right there, Raphael. Like, am I wrong? Was Thoughtseize not great right there? I think you're severely underappreciating what discard is doing. What did they do? They went top bottom. Oh, I just fetched away the Voidwalker. Kind of had to do that for my Ancestral, but I'm a little sad about it. Oh, I guess I didn't have to do it because my opponent didn't leave open Flusterstorm. I'm an idiot. I could have just kept the Voidwalker there. Here, I'm not going to make the same mistake as last time. I'm just going to hold open, force pitching, Baleful Strix, and Flusterstorm. I'm going to play the Lotus now, so I have ability to pay for things. And then we can figure out what to do next turn. My Death Shadows have been so tiny because I don't have any Street Wraiths. Oh my god, my Death Shadow is huge. And now it's a 13/13. Do I just do the thing or do I wait? I think I'd wait, right? Just go for like a lethal later. Because this makes it 4 down to 15. This cracks down to 13. Yeah. All right, I'm just going to hold everything in my hand. I guess they could have Fatal Push, but... I can even end of turn dress down. Oh, wait, no, that puts them to not enough. The math is bad. I mean, it's still pretty good to hit them from 13, so... Oh, okay, so now I have lethal on the table. With the dress down, obviously. I mean, they can't beat plus. Oh, I guess this means I can't attack in for lethal. Oh, they're just going to block. Okay. I guess that makes sense. How cold is it out there? So cold. Oh, I don't think I'm going to end of turn dress down, even though it's mana efficient. Thought sees you. Thought sees is so good. Ooh. They have cut down. Force, fluster. I think I just take cut down. Yeah, I'm just going to take the cut down. Good job. You made it. And I ran. I ran so far away. Cool. That's so annoying. All right. All right. That's fine, I guess. This is my lethal threat is gone now, but it's still a 2-turn clock, so I think everything is fine. So I can go Lotus, Luris, Dress Down on my end step. And then they would have to force. Whatever. I'm just gonna attack. Playing faster. I don't really know. Like, I've just played so much Magic Online. I don't know. Maybe chat has ideas. I'm glad Baleful Strix was a blue card there though. Are there like moto tips to playing faster? I don't really know. Like having the right stop setup is nice. And then you can get like you basically like build up a physical like muscle memory cadence. Obviously, utilizing F6 when appropriate is pretty important. It might not be F6 for you if you just started playing Magic Online. Just open your bottom thing, whatever it past the turn is. that will just like let you go hands off the wheel and let your opponent do anything. Obviously, it depends on like what you're allowed to do, but like based on like you know, if you're like a shops deck, then F6 all the time. But if you're you know in the first turn you don't want to F6 because you don't want to show your opponent that you are in fact a shops deck. I'm getting ancestral on my upkeep here. That's quite unfortunate. Man, Doomsday do be doomsdaying. I think I have to leave open Flusterstorm Ancestral here. I don't know, man. We're just so doomed because we're on the draw. Get it, doomed? Sure. I assume this might get Lotus and then Lotus gets Doomsday. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think I can fluster there. I don't think I can do anything. I'm force pitching sleight of hand. That's a good draw. I'm up the whims of my opponent's ancestral demonic draw. See what they do. Shieldred. Maybe I just have enough wastelands. I don't think we're in a bad spot anymore. Do I strip mine their island? I don't think so. I think I'm better off playing Deathrite Shaman. Especially if I can get them to fetch an Underground Sea and then strip mine that. I mean, end of turn dig is pretty gross here. Oh, they lost connection to the game. That's bad. Do you want to try? Yeah, I don't need to try. It's fine. I can wait till after so I can have alcohol. Oh, yeah? I also have lots of stuff. Make something. I'm really hungry, so after this finishes, we'll make some food. I am in round... I'm only in round 6 of 7, unfortunately. So there's going to be one more round after this, but... Maybe we'll just make drinks after this round. If only I had I could move this camera. I can't really. It is not mobile. Just cooking stream. Not cooking stream. Alcohol making stream. Is that legal? Is that Twitch legal? Yeah. Assume so. Opponent did rejoin the game. I don't know if they're gonna... I mean, I assume they're either casting Vampiric or Mystical or... Dig Through Time. Don't look at my wires mess. I don't know. I don't know what Nick's brought for drinks. I have Irish mudslide stuff. Oh, vanilla vodka.
You want to just make... Would you bring chocolate liquor? Oh, so we're gonna make espresso martinis. Oh, okay. Cut down on my Deathrite Shaman. You got it, homie. It's dead. Senpai said my Deathrite Shaman crashed their game, which is powerful. I mean, I kind of like the spot we're in, unless this is Necro. I guess if they also have Flusterstorm back up here, it's pretty bad for me. Okay, so they have 2 cards left. I'm gonna strip mine this Underground Sea. I guess if they have Gush, it's kind of bad. I still think I'm supposed to hit the Black Source, even though it's a strip mine. Time Walk Thoughtseize. I kind of think I don't want Time Walk. I don't know if I want Thoughtseize. It does put me in it does put me in range to do... I'm gonna play a Deathrite this turn, but I think I'll Thoughtseize next turn. Especially if they miss on a Black Source and they can't cast anything. Okay. I guess we'll play this out first. Just in case they have Fluster. Oh, I didn't need to do that, I guess. Oh, Doomsday Negation. I guess none of these cards are good. Guess we just take Negation, give them 2 Doomsdays. It's not a great draw. I guess I can get Luris, right? All right, 2 unknowns now. Another Polluted Delta. I guess that casts my Deathrite Shaman, so... Oh no, my Polluted Delta doesn't get... Fuck me, I'm so bad. My Polluted Delta doesn't get my Swamp. So I needed a Polluted Delta for the Swamp, for the Tropical first, and then use the Tropical to play the Deathrite Shaman. Okay. All right, we beat Doomsday. Okay, here we are, 4-2 now in the 7th and final round of this vintage challenge. We're up against Jesse. Jesse usually plays Tinker. I have a cat. I'm gonna keep a hand that has Negation and Wasteland and this Thoughtseize. This hand looks good. This hand is a little short on casting Death Shadow, right? Because this is 1, 3, 5 total. So we are going to need to draw like another fetch land to do another 3 damage to get our Death Shadow in play. That's the thing I've noticed about this deck so far, is that it's not really good at playing early Death Shadows. My assumption is if you take out the Street Race, that happens. Okay, so my opponent played a crazy 3 Moxen start, or not 3 Moxen, 3 mana start. So it means they probably have a Hull Breacher, which might help us play our Death Shadow. So small upsides, I guess. I guess if we get Opposition Agented here, we just lose on the spot.
Yeah, so my opponent had main deck opposition agent. I don't think I'm allowed. I guess I could have gone Wasteland. It would still be pretty horrible for me. That's disgusting. Can I really play through this? Yeah, I think it's theoretically possible I can play through this, but it's going to be tough. That's pretty much a nightmare scenario. I don't really know. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I would like go for a Wasteland here. I'm pretty sure I'm always fetching. The fact that they have it, they just have it. It's not something I can do much about. Yeah, they get to see our deck, but I'm not really ready to concede this. Like, if my opponent has, a follow-up spell, we have an answer. If we ever draw a black land, we can play a Death Shadow. I'm just not really ready to concede. They took the Tropical Island out of my deck, which I think is a mistake. I would definitely take one of my black sources, knowing my hand. The Tropical Island just does nothing here. That's just a mistake, I think, from them. Like, if you are worried and want to take a land that does something, then you could just take my Underground Sea if you really wanted to. I'm going to negate this. I can't really let them have more action than they already have. I definitely am going to Wasteland the Underground. Oh, wow. This doesn't work because it's a fetch land. Duh. All right, well, I'm going to waste this Underground Sea and then pass. Oh, they have a Saga. I have to waste their Saga. Demonic Tutor. That's pretty hilarious with an opposition agent in play. Also can't snuff out the opposition agent because it is a black creature. But this is the kind of reason why I wasn't conceding. Like, they're not really doing anything. Again, if I just draw Watery Grave, I stabilize immediately. But it might just be too late. They also have a Sapphire, which is pretty unfortunate. So it means even if I strip mine them off of the mana, it doesn't do anything. Looks like we're going to die before casting a spell this game. What do you want me to hold it for Saga? If they have a Saga, they just win anyways. I don't think I care. There's no spell I'm going to be able to cast with my Wasteland, so... They just named Verdant Catacombs? They don't know I have a Verdant Catacombs. I guess it's a 50-50 at that point between Delta and Catacombs, but... It's kind of weird. It's very odd. They've seen my deck. Maybe they made a mistake. Oh, I guess they have Polluted Delta. That makes sense. No. That makes sense. If they have Polluted Delta in their own deck, they don't want to fetch into it. That makes sense. Yeah, so we lost the game on turn 1. I don't know, not much we can do about it. I would have kept the hand again, and I think I would have made the same play again, so it is what it is. Let's bring in Engineered Explosives and Null Rod. A classic combination. I'm going to play Dismember over Snuff Out. And then take out Vamp. I don't even know how to take out enough cards to if I want to play Dismember. Yeah, and we have 3 Verdant Catacombs and 3 Deltas left in our deck. So, but they have Polluted Deltas in their deck, so it does make sense at that point to play and name Verdant Catacombs. So, I don't really know what else we can take out. I guess we could take out Voidwalkers. I don't think they're bad per se, but take out Voidwalkers and Swamp and just go like this. Seems fine. Yeah, pretty brutal game. Even if I had led Wasteland, I would never have drawn something to beat the turn 1 opposition agent. You don't really see turn 1 opposition agent very often in game 1. But they have 2 in their main deck, which is pretty sweet. I kind of like it. All right, well, I have a cat. I have a hand that does not make spells and cast them. Well, I think in that situation, you can reasonably play around. I think in that situation, you can reasonably play around Hull Breacher, but you can't reasonably play around an opposition agent. So, all right, my opponent has kept a hand. They did what? This is a keep? Jet, Saga, Breach, Shieldred, Sea, Citadel, Merchant Scroll. That is not a keepable hand of Magic cards, which I guess we'll be happy for. I mean, I'm gonna pretty priced into Wastelanding the Saga. It's fine, I think. I don't think it's worth it to like engineer on 0 or something. I think I'd rather just draw into action. Like, I think my opponent's gonna go, yeah, my opponent's gonna go Underground Sea, Jet, Merchant for Ancestral. I do think I'm gonna force this because I don't want them to like draw Fluster and really get me. Maybe it's better to pitch Dress Down because I already have Wasteland. Could see that. I don't think I want more forces, but I do want more fetches. That could be wrong too. Because they do have 2 unknown cards that we don't know about. Probe, sure. Like, even though I have a Dress Down, I'm still going to Wasteland their Saga. I guess now if they draw off-color Moxen, they can slam Shieldred and we probably lose. No, I guess I could have Wastelanded, but it's just so bad against Saga to play Wasteland there. But I guess I would lose to Shieldred, so maybe it was correct. Like if they top deck off-color Moxen. Yeah, whatever, sure. It's a little unfortunate I won't be able to like hard cast negation but their hand is so bad. If I lose to this hand, I'm gonna be so sad. But it does feel like it's possible for me to lose this game just because their cards are a higher power level than mine. Like I've cast some Preordains and Cantripped, and it just doesn't seem like it was a very powerful sequence of events. Whereas their cards are just a higher, you know, just as they do more things. I do think I was right in like bottoming my Deathrite, but I feel like I'm in trouble. If they just like Vampiric for Ancestral and they cast Ancestral on my turn, I don't know. It just kind of feels like I'm behind. I guess if they didn't draw land as their 4th unknown card, then they don't have the ability to shield it. I guess they could search Vamp for Lotus, because between Lotus, it lets you cast Breach or it lets you cast Shieldred and be used for Breach. Let's see what I draw for turn. Interesting. That seems like a pretty good draw. I mean, if they get another Saga, we have a Dress Down in our hand, so I don't really think I buy that. It does let them get Lotus eventually for their Breach, though, so maybe. Okay, so they did have a fetch land, which makes me think that they drew a fetch land as their unknown card, and they Vampiric for Ancestral, and they're going to Ancestral on my upkeep, and I won't be able to Flusterstorm because the one unknown they had is a fetch land. Yep. That is the worst outcome. That makes Flusterstorm actually bad. Okay. Well, that's not a very good draw. I guess I should just fetch now so I don't get freaking opposition agented. Let's just go underground, see. Does kill Shieldred, that's true. I guess that's actually really good. now that you put it that way. Now you're thinking. What is happening? Go away. So I'll take 4 damage and I'll dismember with Flusterstorm back up. Maybe that draw was good, huh? Weird how that works. It wasn't good before they resolved the Ancestral, but now kind of nice. So they have 1 unknown card still. No, sorry, they have 2 unknown cards. This Flusterstorm is running out of uses. Null Rod, interesting. I'm down. Okay. That certainly limits the amount of things that can go wrong. Oh, so they have Breach in their deck? That's kind of odd. I thought they were on blue-black wheels, but maybe they're playing the deck 84 version of Grixis Tinker with Breach. No, but they have Shieldred. Okay, so they have a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. I don't think they have enough Seas in their deck, right, to cast Citadel? I assume they only have 2 Underground Seas. Nah, our deck has too many 4-ofs. I do think I have to just negate this. No, it's just a Grixis Tinker deck. You can do whatever you want inside of your Grixis Tinker deck. The bad news here is if they have top decks Flusterstorm, I guess we just fluster their Ancestral and it's fine. We do lose out on a lot of cards, if that's what happens here, but like we are behind in this game still. But you'd think with our Xerox engine, maybe force pitching Twister. All right, well, I'm gonna fluster your force. We can, yeah, we could because we have the same mana, maybe. Damn. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, well, I'm drawing a lot of interaction. Opponent has 2 unknowns now, plus a Citadel. I don't think they'll be able to get to Citadel mana ever. Second Null Rod. Sure, we'll play second Null Rod. Well, this makes a Brave on Null Rod, not an out.
They have 3 unknowns. So I feel like now they have to win with creatures because I don't think they can deal with double null rod. Maybe if they have like a braid and then underworld breach a braid. It almost makes me wish I brought in. Is this Tinker? There's no way they have a Sphinx in their deck, right? This has got to be a bait. It has to be a bait. It has to be a bait. There's no way. There's no way. It has to be a bait. It's a bait. I'm so fucking smart. I'm an excellent Magic the Gathering player. I mean, this is not bad. Stops Wasteland. Ooh, a little bird. Look how cute this is. I fucking love this art. I like that art a lot. I'm pretty happy. I mean, that's the power of Gataxian Probe, right? Probe letting me know that Citadel is in their hand, so I don't have to counter Tinker. If I cast this Brainstorm, I'm 100% getting Hull Breachered, right? All right, bash in there, birdie. I can cast it now that I have Force, but I'm just not going to. I might cantrip. I don't even know if cantripping this dress down is good at any point here. I think it is. I assume they don't have another Underground Sea. I assume their deck is 2 sea, 3 island. Ooh, okay. Glad we held this dress down. I wasn't gonna cantrip it. Oh, no. Oh, they have 3 Underground Seas. Oh, wow. Sheesh. All right, what do I want to pitch? I kind of have to hold the dress down. Should I cast Brainstorm then? I guess if they have Force Blue card as their last 2 cards, I get pretty punished for casting Brainstorm. I think I'm gonna pitch Brainstorm. It's a little risk averse, but oh, hello, Mr. Shadow. That could be a surprise lethal with dress down if I draw like a blue card next turn and they don't chump block. There are paths to victory. I see them all. Why do I get tipsy off one of these? 3 parts alcohol. Well, 5 parts alcohol. 100% alcohol. Yeah. Splash of oat milk, all alcohol. Oh, I can't Wasteland. Sad Justin.
I draw flowers when you're drinking.
If they have Pyroblast, I'm so screwed, right? I didn't draw a blue card. I guess I could just kill. You're right. Plains is right. I don't have to even let them block. You remember? Chat remembers. I like making them sweat here. Are you gonna activate? No activation? Are we going for it? Are we going for the lethal? Is there a convincing reason to not go for lethal? Let's go! Great success. Oh, I do data for this event. Okay, submit. Oh, wait, they're breached. Do I play Lantern? Nah, I don't give a fuck. Did you make more flowers?
Yeah, I'm making more flowers.
Shouldn't you just make the flower into
Copy paste?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I'm a true artist.
You already drew it once. Why do you
hand draw flowers?
Why do you have to draw it again? You already drew a flower.
Every flower is different. Like
Every flower.
snowflakes.
Oh my god, she's messing us up. You already drew the flower. You don't need to draw more flowers. Just copy paste the flower.
No, people will tell.
No one cares if you copy pasted the flower. So, all right, one more game of Magic. I have a cat. This hand looks good. Would like this to be a fetch land. If Rama agrees with you, it means you're wrong. It's like if Slasher agrees with you. I want to make dinner. That also probably isn't helping.
I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. We'll do it. Make dinner. It's dangerous. No, I would rather play. Ugh. I think I'd rather play Deathrite Shaman. I have a very high opinion of putting Deathrite Shaman into play so that I can make tempo or ooh, that's bad for me. I want to make plays ahead of curve. You know? I think I'm gonna Thoughtseize here before preordaining or anything. Show me your secrets. Maybe I guess it's bad against Fluster, but I'm like pretty tipsy from one drink. Is it because I ate nothing today? That's not true. I didn't eat nothing. I had leftover Chipotle. Even though I complained it was not enough Chipotle.
Half a burrito?
Not half a burrito. It was like a couple bites of a burrito. I don't have any food in my house.
I'm making dinner.
No. It's okay. Last game. All right. Well, I'm casting this preordain. Don't hurt me, opponent. Oh no, chat. We can't keep this, right? Like a Baleful Strix isn't bad here. We just want wastelands and lands. Okay. What is this? Oh. Do I force this? I don't really care about this. Unless we draw fetch. I don't think that matters. Whereas if they tinker us, that does matter. Well, we have dress down. So the same turn we dress down, we can fetch. So it's okay. Oh no, second saga? It's kind of annoying. But we have force. I think I'm going to end of turn brainstorm for value.
Oh, that's kind of nice. Huh. So I think we take we put Dismember Wasteland on top, and then we Wasteland their smaller saga. Yeah. Well, I guess we put Shadow Wasteland on top because we need to take extra damage first. Oh, I guess if we dismember, we don't need to, but it's fine. I kind of want them to hit me for. I want them to activate Saga twice before I cast Stress Down. I want them to put mana into it. Obviously, that exposes me a little, but there's no way they just don't do it, right? Oh, so good. I let them search first, too, right? There's no reason to... Oh, what if they have a top? I think we respond. So I think I'm going to get hit by this opposition agent, and then I'm going to dismember it. Because that will put me from 15 to 12 to 6 and make a huge Death Shadow. Man, Dress Down is so good. I love this card. No. Well, actually, why don't you preheat the oven for the garlic bread?
I have to microwave.
I have no idea. I've never made the recipe. I doubt it. It's just like a ragu. It's like mushroom ragu or something. You can check the card if you want. We're done here in like a couple turns, so. We don't have to kill it now. They just didn't attack us because of Death Shadow. That's hilarious. They just didn't attack us because of Death Shadow. I think it's better for us to wait in case they have like a Flusterstorm. Yeah, it's some kind of vegetarian pasta dish. I guess I can wait. But I want to play my Death Shadow. So I'm not waiting. Yeah, well, Nyx doesn't do meat, so. It might not be called ragu. What's it called? Is it called like vegan ragu or something? Fake.
Rigatoni with vegan mushroom ragu.
Yeah, rigatoni with vegan mushroom ragu. That's an affront to Italians, apparently. So. What? You never had that? It's like a ground meat and red sauce and pasta.
Bacon. What I have now.
I don't think we want to play Hardcast Force, Natty, because like Flusterstorm is a real issue. We'll get our cat eventually. It's fine. Next turn. Next turn. I don't think you want to use the Lotus to get the cat. I think we'd rather use our mana to get the cat, cast it off Lotus. Ragu, you don't know Ragu Bolognese? That shit, I have that every time I'm in
That's just
Bologna.
Like
Yeah, in red sauce and pasta. You never had it? It's okay. You never had it in Bologna, so it is better.
when I travel, I will probably.
Okay. All right. When we go to Four Seasons.
Eat abroad.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm traveling.
Okay.
Especially Korea, because like there's a lot of meat there.
Yeah, true. Oh, ragu is a sauce? Yeah, I'm I guess like a quarter Italian or half Italian or something. Yeah, I guess we could have gone get cat, play cat, replay Lotus, play Dismember, but that plays in the Flusterstorm chat. I didn't want to play in the Flusterstorm. Oh, I don't know. Is this a force? Well, my shadow, once we get a Luris, we can play dress down every turn and make my shadow a 13/13. I'm gonna force this. I don't think it's required to force this. But oh, force back. All right, 3 random ones. How good are they? That's a fetch land. I hope my Luris resolves. Fatal Push is fine. Fatal Push is fine. We have Luris. Red mana? Spin top. Okay. All right, okay. Let's get the cat on the field so I don't forget. I think a land drop is good because then I can play Deathrite Shaman. Cool. So I play a Deathrite Shaman this turn, and then next turn we can play a Dress Down for lethal. Anything we can do to not die to Breach? Nope. Not a thing. Hands in the air, like you just don't care. We're gonna die to Breach? Really? Wow. It's impressive. Yep, we're deterministically dead to Breach. That's disgusting. That's so disappointing. I did board out Dothy Voidwalkers against my Breach opponent chat, so maybe mistakes were made along the way here. No one said anything though, so no one gets credit here. This is so sad. We like kind of destroyed this whole game, but because they top decked Ancestral, we lost. Yeah, you're right. I guess if we had played Cat on the earlier turn, we would have been able to dress down this turn and maybe win. That might be true. It might be, yeah, maybe it might be true. We had to what? We had to get play cat off of Luris, get Lotus back. We don't have to dismember. But we have to dismember to play Shadow. So we dismember and play Shadow. So the only problem with that line, Raphael, was if their last they had a couple cards, right? If their last card was Flusterstorm, and I think it might have, I don't know what they pitched to Force of Will. What did they pitch to Force of Will? Oh, they had a Dress Down? Why'd they bring in Dress Down? No, that can't be right. Yeah, I guess if they fluster this member, so be it. Yeah, that might be true. No, you're right. It might be just a misplay lost me this game. Narset was pitched to Force of Will. What a weird build. I really hate these stupid, like, Grixis decks that are wheels, but they also splash. Breach is so easy to splash. Two Opposition Agent, 3 Hull Breachers, 1 Shieldred. 2 Fatal Push, 3 Fatal Push, and a Lightning Bolt. Yeah, so if we had played a Luris a turn earlier, we attack with our Luris, and a 13/13 Shadow is 16 damage instead of 5. So it would have been lethal. Yeah, maybe we just made the mistake in this game of just simply not playing the Luris was. Oh, lifelink shouldn't matter, right? It all happens the same time. No. I think yeah, I think you're right. I think if I played this correctly, if I just don't. Well, if I don't care about Flusterstorm, if it gets Flusterstorm, then I don't have lethal, right? Obviously, they didn't have Flusterstorm, so it doesn't matter that much. Oh, yeah, Dress Down also makes lifelink off. True. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's just on me. It's, like, kind of fucked up that my opponent top decked Breach. Like, they have 1 Breach in their deck. And their Ancestral hit Breach, right? It's a little fucked up, don't you think? All right. My bad. I think that's my mistake, though. I think if I just play the Luris, then we probably win that game, which is unfortunate. But not a bad comeback from 1-2, going 4-3. We'll get some of our money back here, and we won't be super unhappy. Like I said, I think that this deck is kind of hard to play and a little bit underpowered. I'm not a huge fan, but I'm also bad at Magic, so a little bit here, a little bit there. Don't laugh at me.
You just said you were great at Magic.
At one point in the stream, I was great at Magic, and now I'm bad at Magic again. Okay. We lost to Mono White, which is the deck this deck is supposed to beat. Confirm bad at Magic. Anyways, ooh, wrong button. Thank you for hanging out today. New vintage content every Monday, Wednesday. Why is that there? Monday, Wednesday, Friday on the YouTube channel. They don't have 8 plows. They have 4. And even in Legacy, they have... or whatever. I don't want to argue this. If the people are wrong, the people are wrong. I've been told Death Shadow beats Mono White in both Vintage and Legacy. You can blame someone else if that is an incorrect statement. Ooh, looks like Namor Squats got 9th after we lost here. If we had won, maybe Namor Squats would have gotten 8th. Unlucky. Okay, I'm out. See you. I'll be back Monday night, Vintage Prelim, 8 p.m. Eastern.